The iPhone 7 Plus is a surprisingly durable device given its size, but people will always find a way to crack glass. I'll start at the bottom with the two pentalobe screws that secure every iPhone screen to its housing. Wait a second, there's only one pentalobe on this one. It looks like one fell out some time ago. Next, I'll use my metal pry tool to split the water-resistant adhesive that holds the screen down. Once free, we can open the phone like a backwards book. I'll remove the 4 tri-wing screws securing the digitizer, battery, and home button connections first. Then move up to the 3 tri-wings that hold in the proximity and camera assembly. Something is missing here. Do you see it? We'll come back to that a little later. With the shields removed, it's time to disconnect the battery to prevent any shorting or electrical accidents, followed by the digitizer and LCD, home button, and proximity connections. Now I'll head down to the 4 tri-wings that secure the home button and remove the single Phillips head to the left. Next, there are 5 Phillips heads that hold the ear speaker and camera assembly bracket in place. We'll take those out and then pop the ear speaker module out. These are length-sensitive screws, so it's important to keep them in order and keep a good map of where you took the screws out. After heating the screen and safely removing the proximity flex and home button from the old screen, it's time to set up the replacement. Removing the thin blue plastic adhesive cover will give us a sticky spot to line up the proximity flex. Then the ear speaker is reinstalled, matching the 4 gold springy connectors to the gold pads on the flexible ribbon we just laid down. While holding everything in place, I'll put the shield bracket back on top and replace the 5 Phillips heads we removed. They are length sensitive, so make sure they go in the right place. Magnetic work mats and magnetic drivers may complicate magnetic retrieval of magnetized screws. With that out of the way, I'll start by pulling the screen flexes upward while inserting the single Phillips head screw to keep the pressure on it. This will help when we place the screen back into the frame because the gray block has to fit in a very tight spot. Now we can slip the home button in from the front of the screen, pulling it gently down in order to lay the home button ribbon on top of the flex, making for a 3-layered Lego-style flexible sandwich. Four tri-wing screws later, the bracket is secured and the home button isn't falling out anytime soon. I'll also pop off this pentalobe protector. The next step is cleaning the frame of all the leftover water-resistant adhesive. I personally use a small flathead screwdriver to scrape it out. The cleaner it is before installing the new gasket, the better it will seal and stay in place. Blowing the remaining dust out reveals some bonus screws. These had broken off the sides of the original screen and fallen precariously into the housing. One of these laying on the PCB would be bad news for this phone. I'll give the phone a light tap on its bottom to pop out any more bonus screws that may be hiding. By this point you might have noticed something missing. There will be no good vibes from this repair, nor any vibes at all. For some reason the Taptic engine is missing from this phone entirely. I'll grab my little bottle of 3M tape primer and apply a light coating around the now clean frame of the phone. This will help the replacement adhesive stick to the housing and not the plastic it comes on. After lining up the adhesive, I'll use a flathead to run along the edges, ensuring it is adhered well. With the plastic peeled away and the sticky sides of the tape exposed, it's time to finish this replacement by connecting our fully assembled screen. I'll insert the smaller, more square-looking home button extension ribbon, followed by the digitizer and LCD combo flex, and finally the proximity flex. After replacing the 3 tri-wing screws that hold the proximity shield in, I'll reconnect the battery and make sure it powers on before replacing that last shield. With everything looking good, I'll install the 4 tri-wing screws that hold on to the main shield. Starting at the top, the screen slides up and into the frame. Then I'll carefully and evenly snap the sides into place. I'll reinstall the single pentalobe screw that we took out, and I'll even grab a replacement to get this repair as close to factory quality as possible. All that's left is to test the functionality and return the device to its owner. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.